Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim if you're new here, and today I have a card reading for you regarding the truth. Something that wants to come up and wants to be known to you. I want to get messages regarding that situation that you have in mind. So is there something that you really want to know the answers to? Think about that situation, whether it be love, career, or just in general, and let's get some messages regarding that. How will you know if the messages are for you? Well, you'll know if the messages resonate with you, if they click with you, if they start to make a lot of sense regarding your situation. Instead of picking a stack, we're gonna pick an item. I have 4 items here that are really different from each other, so hopefully you find one that is calling out to you the most. I have here this Orgone crystal. It's a bunch of different colors. The truth wants to come out. What is it? If you like this particular crystal, this one is calling out to your, not crystal, but Orgone pyramid. If this one in particular is calling out to you, then you're going to pick group 1. The timestamps are going to be down below in the description box and also in the YouTube chapter section. So group 2, if you prefer to pick this angel with this child. This is the protector of children. I absolutely love this figurine. She's got wings. She's wearing like this beautiful dress. If this one in particular is calling out for you or to you, then pick group 2. In group 3, if this Tesla Model S car is calling out to you, then you pick group 3. I'm pretty sure you guys know what a Tesla Model S car. It's an electric car. It's a luxury electric car. So if this one in particular is calling out to you, pick group 3 and then go ahead into the timestamp down below or in the chapter section to jump to your reading. And then group 4, if this brain in particular is calling out to you, maybe you have an interest in psychology and science, then this is the group that you should pick. This brain figurine thing. Go ahead and go into the timestamps down below so you can start your reading. Alright, group 1, if you pick this Orgonite crystal, I keep saying crystal. If you pick this Orgonite pyramid with crystals inside of it, there's a little copper wire on the top and there's this flower life symbol. Let's go and get started. What is the truth that wants to come out? So how do you know if the messages are resonating with you? Well, you're gonna have to determine how you feel about the messages that are coming through. I'll definitely give out some specifics so that you can decide early on, and so you can determine if the reading is in fact for you or not. So group 1, for those who picked the Orgonite pyramid, what is the situation regarding? Oh wow, perfect. Look at that, 2 of cups on the bottom. So it's probably regarding some sort of relationship, some mending of a relationship, wanting to reach out to somebody, perhaps a friendship even, or maybe you got into a fight with your sibling. You also have the Sun and the 3 of Swords. So this is definitely regarding some sort of relationship in my opinion. So group 1, if you are watching this because you have somebody on your mind that this is resonating with or resonating about, then definitely keep on watching. So what are the messages that are coming through? I think there is definitely a lot of good signs regarding this connection. Maybe you lost hope a little bit. Maybe you felt like it's over. There's no chance that this could happen. I do feel like there is a little bit of a good chance. I feel like I'm saying that funny. Chance. There is a good chance that this person that you're inquiring about still cares about you. And there's definitely a chance of mending the relationship if that's something that is resonating with you. So on the bottom, you've got the Whip. This is in the Lenormand decks, and all of these decks are going to be listed down below. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we have the Coffin, the Snake, and the Birds. So definitely it could be about your siblings. It could be about friendships. or it could just be something that someone you care about did that you really like did not like. So some of you are dealing with someone that you felt like betrayed you, right? Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what that is if it's resonating with you. But it could have something to do with gossip, or like someone's friend group, or what somebody thinks about you, what somebody's saying about you. This could have gotten in between the friendship, quite possibly. Maybe you just feel like you can't trust this person, something about them was off, and that's possible. Like, but I'm also getting the sense that it's also because you're just so used to people like this. Like, you're very used to, my chair is so squeaky, and it's really pissing me off, but I'm grateful for having this awesome chair, I guess. No, I don't guess. I am grateful. Sometimes I forget to be grateful for the things that I take for granted sometimes. Anyways, I'm very grateful for my squeaky chair. I just wish it didn't squeak as much. Alright, so let's get more information about this thing that you are inquiring about. Ten of Swords, exactly. With the Ten of Swords and the snake here, there's definitely a sense of betrayal. Like, I feel like you feel that this always happens to you. You always get betrayed, or like there's always people that you can't trust. Like, you want to open your heart to somebody, but it seems like you can't trust them. I'm also seeing that underneath the Two of Cups is the Justice card. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Leo. And there's also this Eight of Cups underneath here, but I'm not going to read that. Just maybe a sense of like wanting to walk away, not being sure if you should walk away. But yeah, it just seems like your past experiences, like how people hurt you in the past, is getting in the way. Like, you might actually like push people away because you tend to think that they're always going to hurt you, and this might be something that you're not aware of. Like, you might not even consciously know that some of your behaviors or your body language, the way you speak to people, automatically put up this defense, which kind of like makes the relationship or the connection a little bit weird, because they can feel that on an unconscious or subconscious level. So if somebody can feel like your mistrust or your lack of vulnerability, or feeling like you automatically can't trust somebody without giving them the chance, they will start to kind of mirror that back to you with their actions. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. For some of you guys, you're dealing with maybe like authority figure, a boss perhaps at work, someone in a higher position than you, maybe like just completely disrespecting you or crossing your boundaries time and time again with the whip there. But yeah, I feel like you're very like downtrodden, disappointed. You're just tired of having the same situation happen to you over and over and over again. I do feel like justice is coming to you, and this is a good thing for sure. I see that with the Justice card, the Libra Justice card underneath Two of Cups, but also with the Coffin and the Snake. It shows me that there's an end to this betrayal, this deception, this sneaky energy, and it might come from the truth coming out with the birds here. But just like the truth coming out, maybe like just things start to make more sense as more people like start discussing the situation, if that makes sense. But yeah, with the Ten of Swords here, it's just like you're like done with it. This is so awesome. So we got the Four of Coins. It kind of wanted to come out in reverse, but I'm not going to take that in reverse. So yeah, for some of you, it could definitely have to do with like your career or your finances, or someone that you are, you have some sort of financial deal or business deal with, if that makes sense. But you also get the Sun. This is why I said it was beautiful. You get the Sun twice. So for those of you who picked group 1, the truth about the situation, the truth about what you're dealing with, is the fact that you have two suns here, which means that you are completely backed and supported by the universe, your guides, God, whoever it is that you believe in, friends, family, strangers that you've never met, you know, you will definitely find support for sure. And I'm also seeing the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. So with this, what I'm getting is like, if you walk away from this person that you know in your heart and your soul is not good for you, you will definitely find somebody who is good for you. Because I do feel like someone is interested in you romantically, and that someone is a good match for you, someone that you're attracted to. It's not just someone that you're not really going to be into, or is like a secret admirer. Although I do see like you have a secret admirer here for some of you, group 1. But wow, these are just flowing through me quite fast. But yeah, some of you have a secret admirer. Someone like is just really smitten and taken by you in a good way. And I think that this somebody is someone that you will really like and enjoy. But it could also be that person for others of you that you're thinking about is betraying you. I am getting that it's either they're actually, look at that. I was just talking about gratitude, about my squeaky chair. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So I am feeling like there's a switch or a change in energy for you coming soon. Like you're almost going to realize like that what you've been doing is no longer working. But anyways, yeah, so I feel like you have a secret admirer, someone different than if you're inquiring about someone specific. Or this person that you're inquiring about, whatever it is that's happening between you guys can be fixed with this 2 suns there. Could be a Leo or a water sign or a Libra. Water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. But I'm feeling like they could like really be grateful to have you in their lives or to know you, and you're just gonna feel loved and welcomed and appreciated by them. If it's another person, if it is the same person, like I said, you have a strong enough relationship and connection to get over this. It might take a little bit of a communication on both of your parts and like a heart-to-heart almost, and a dispelling of whatever issues you're going through. Pieces on the bottom, exactly. And then you also have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. I'm seeing a lot of greens here, so definitely there's a sense of like a heart-to-heart needing to happen. Gratitude, happiness, and purpose. I know what I'm here to do. So yeah, like I feel like a lot of you, group 1, you're not really seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's there. It's coming your way. I think you just have to be patient. Like if you're feeling really anxious, it's possibly because you're not seeing the good things about the situation. You're not, or like you almost need to look at things from a different perspective, if that makes sense. Because I feel like you have a lot of like guard, or like you have a lot of you have a tendency to guard your heart, because like I said, I do feel like you've gotten hurt a lot before and you don't want that to happen again. But sometimes it makes you feel like you can't ever trust somebody and you push other people away. That's definitely something that I'm seeing here. But I do feel like there's someone that is patient with you and wants to understand you and like give you reassurance, if that makes sense. It could be the same person in all honesty, but it could also be somebody new. Like your heart knows if the person that you're inquiring about is not good for you. Your heart also knows if it's just like a bump on the road and it's something that you can get over. The end of a tough cycle approaches, exactly with the 2 suns there. That's definitely what's happening. A win-win outcome is forecast. Exactly like I said, either you find someone or you meet somebody who is like way better for you, or like this situation with this person gets better and like you start to have these heart-to-heart talks. If you notice a slight shift, it's because my camera died and then I kicked the camera. Anyways, so you get the win-win outcome is forecast, and then it's time to release negativity, exactly, and surrender to the divine. So Yeah, for those of you who pick group 1, you may be experiencing a lot of anxiety and worry and stuff, and doubt and fear regarding the situation. Like I said, if it's a romantic situation or with a boss or someone like that, it's time for you to really take a look at this situation from a different light, from a different perspective, and try to see the good and the opportunities that are happening because of the situation. You know, that can be like, okay, so this is happening, this is BS, I hate this, but this is gonna help me become a stronger person, a stronger man, a stronger woman, a better communicator, someone who is more disciplined and grounded, and someone who can better regulate their emotions. So there's always something positive, and that's what I'm getting for you. Like, it's time to release however you've been looking at the situation, because it's not helping you. Like, I'm seeing a lot of anxiety type of energies coming here with the 10 of Swords and the Whip, also with the 4 of Swords. Let's get one more card from this Rebel deck. By the way, there's cuss words on here, so I'm sure all of you don't care that there's cuss words, because we're not like that on this channel. At least I hope so. Like, why care about something so small like that, you know? Alright, so you get Rebel, because fuck it. I love that. I really, really love that, because it shows that, like, you want to, like, change. You want to change how you have been behaving or, like, dealing with similar situations. Maybe people are expecting you to be a certain way regarding this issue, but it's almost like you want to put your foot down and say, you know what, I don't have to listen to this dogma. You can react exactly how you feel you should react, and you should honor your truth. You know what I mean? I feel like some of you, group 1, like, you're allowing people to strong arm you into something almost. But I do feel like justice is coming to you, and there are people on your side. And I do feel like you are the person in the right in this situation, if that makes sense. I hope that this reading served as a reminder for you that you have the power within yourself to change your mind, to change your thoughts, and to switch it to be something that is more empowering for you, something that will bring you joy and a sense of relief and motivation and determination to achieve what you want out of your life. Sometimes we get stuck in this cycle of worry and doubt and fear and uncertainty and fear, especially. Sometimes it's hard to get out of that, right? It's hard to think ourselves out of that state of mind, but it's possible. All it takes is just a few moments of deep breathing and trying to find positive opportunity situations, positive things about the situation. Let's see if any other final messages want to come through. Yeah, I'm definitely getting strong messages of changing your perspective, changing the way that you think about this situation. For others of you, it's like dealing with a heartbreak or a falling out with somebody. Instead of feeling like, oh no, there's something wrong with me, what is wrong with me, change it to, for example, change it to like, okay, this is just the end of this relationship. It doesn't mean that I'm not worthy of love or the kind of friendship that I want. It just means that this didn't work out, or this didn't work out. That just because this doesn't work out doesn't mean that, you know, I'm worthless or I'm unlikable or all of this stuff. Instead, switch it to like, okay, so it's okay, like I'm still gonna choose love. I'm still gonna choose to continuously strive to better myself, and I'm not gonna let this person's actions or this situation bring me down. I'm gonna stand strong in my power and in my belief in myself and in my truth. and wish this person the best and know that I'm supported every single way. I feel like that's what you kind of need to like feel in this situation, because you know we're obviously dealing with a lot of we're obviously dealing with a lot of situations and things right now on a collective level, and to add insult to injury, it's not exactly helpful to deal with broken relationships and friendships that end on a bad note. But yeah, like remember, you have the choice to choose your thoughts, choose your perspective, choose the way that you're thinking about the situation. And I feel like that is your message, group 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to doing your next reading. Bye. Hi, group 2. If you pick this lovely angel figurine, the protector of the innocent and the protector of children, then let's get started. What truth wants to come out? The truth be told. Okay, so what is this situation that group 2 is dealing with? What is the situation that group 2 who picked the angel figurine dealing with? What is the main thing about their situation? What is the situation on group 2's mind? Alright, so on the bottom you get the 3 of Wands. And then you get the 2 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or you could be a water sign. Alright, group 2, if you pick the angel figurine, I'm feeling like some of you, at least, you're waiting for some type of confirmation to give your love to someone, if that makes sense. Like, you want a confirmation of whether it's safe for you to love. I kind of wish I used the Romance Angel Oracle card, because there's a card there that says it's safe for you to love. But yeah, it's almost like you're waiting for someone or something. But it doesn't have to be someone. Again, only take the messages that resonate, but it could definitely be like a opportunity that you want to, like, you're very curious about it. You want to put your energy into it, but you're not exactly sure if it's for you. So we get the anger and the scythe here. What that's telling me is it could have something to do with the place that you live. For some of you, you might want to move somewhere. Look at that, we have the key, and then we also have the cross. Look at that, with the key and the anchor here, it's definitely possibly having to do with your geographical location, where you live. You know, you might not be sure if, like, where you are right now is the place for you, is like your home. We also get the Tower here. Some of you could be asking about, like, your major in college, or what you're studying, or like the field that you're in. It's almost like you're not exactly sure if it's for you anymore. Maybe you're just kind of disenfranchised with what's occurring in the world or in your school. Maybe there's something that you don't agree with. We also get the Page of Cups and the King of Cups, which we got in group 1. And interesting, because we have the Queen of Cups too and the King of Cups. So what this tells me is that you are about to enter a period in your life where you're gonna level up. So regardless of what you're thinking right now and what decisions you're having trouble making, whatever you do, you're entering like this major area of your life. You also get the 8 of Wands. Very fast moving energy. You get the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Coins, and the Magician. All right, so some of you in group 2, you could be dealing with like a player, or you're thinking you're dealing with a player. Like, just, I feel like you feel as if you are not being respected or valued in the way that you believe you should be, or in the way that you want to. And maybe, you know, you were very invested in this thing, in this situation, in this person, but like something happened recently that like kind of got you to question whether you're investing your energy and your time in the right place. With the 8 of Wands there, it's very interesting. It could definitely have something to do with communication, but this is also for me like a fast moving energy. So I wouldn't be surprised if something happens in the near future that kind of helps you make this decision. Yeah, look at that, you have self-love. So this could be something, this could be a message that you're not doing that. Abundance, exactly. So if you're feeling afraid, oh, I also noticed they have the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse underneath the 3 of Wands, and you have the Queen of Coins here, so that's the Queen of Coins wanting to come out twice. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or again, a water sign. You could also be dealing with an Aries here. But like, I feel like you're in, like, on the brink of moving forward and making a decision that could potentially be, or is likely, life-altering. It'll really change things for you once you make this decision, and you're kind of stuck because you don't know if you're going to make the right decision. You don't want to like mess anything up. But with the self-love and abundance coming out there, it's a message of do the thing that will make you happy, because you are considering a lot of people's opinions, and I'm getting maybe for some of you, your mom. You're considering like your mom or some authority figure in your life, or it could even be like a grandmother, but just some figure that you look up to and that you admire. You're considering their opinion so much, and you want to do this thing because they would approve of it, but it's no longer making you happy. So that's the truth. The truth be told is that what they want you to do, what someone is expecting of you, is not something that is good for your heart and your soul. You need to go towards the path where you feel most alive and feel like supported, and feel like, you know, you're able to be who you are, if that makes sense. For some of you, what could really be helpful for you is working with children or young people. So yeah, look at this. You are good enough on the bottom. Exactly. So maybe you're fearing that what you want to do, you're not good enough for. I need you to stop doing that with this spread that is coming through for you. You need to stop feeling like you're not good enough. Like, if there is a will, there is a way. If you really wanted to, you can make it happen. And I know that for certain because I've been in that situation where I was like, it's not going to work out. And then once I changed the way that I was thinking about myself, once I kind of rewrote my limiting beliefs, and once I, like, just for the fun of it, I was going to say the F word. I kind of did, but anyways, just for the fun of it, I was just like, okay, let's just stop worrying and let's just, you know, change our attitude. And it makes such a huge difference. And I feel like group 2, you might have watched group 1, because there are some cards here that are connecting, like the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. So yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. You got that with the 8 of Wands. It's very fast moving energy. Like, you're at the cusp of making this decision, of taking that leap of faith. Then you also have the end of a tough cycle approaches. We also got this in group 1. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Messages for group 2. For others of you, you definitely could be dealing with like a third-party situation. And your message, truth be told, is You need to go where you are respected and valued. So that might mean stopping all communication. And maybe once you stop communication, then you'll receive the person that's meant for you, or you'll receive like a communication with the person that you really want to receive communication for. Look at this. You are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Exactly. There is definitely a need to change the way that you're thinking about yourself. You need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. So yeah, these are messages of letting something go. I'm seeing this blue here, and a lot of blues, and that same kind of color here. So it's likely having to do with some romantic connection for others of you, maybe even a friendship, but it's strongly coming through as a romantic connection. Yeah. Truth be told, you need to go to the place where you are valued. And I just realized the air conditioning is on and it's really loud. Oops, I'm sorry about that. But yeah. You might need to cut off people. Cut off situations and people that you thought you'd never let go of. And that's the key for you. You know, you did get the key here. The key for you is cutting off things that are no longer serving you. Yeah, look at that. Success wanted to come through. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Yeah, so whatever it is that you're afraid of, if you take that leap of faith, and again, always have discernment and trust your instincts and your gut. But if you're wanting to take that leap and move forward in a different direction than you ever thought, then I do feel like, you know, success is possible for you. It's highly, highly probable that you will be pleasantly surprised with what you are capable of doing. I love it. I love it. So you have imagination and courage. Exactly. So it could be scary at first to walk away from the things that you're so familiar with, and, you know, to do something that you're not super comfortable with, something that's completely new. But with courage and, you know, using your imagination for your good, anything is possible for you. You have abundance and success here. So yeah, stop feeling so, okay, I don't want to say stop, because I feel like that's very aggressive, and I don't want to come off as aggressive, even though I'm an Aries sun and moon. So I am kind of aggressive, but I feel like you, how do I say this in a less aggressive way? Okay, let me just say it how I want to say it, but don't take it the wrong way. You need to stop putting yourself down. You need to stop, like, pitying yourself. Does that make sense? But I mean that, like, with all due respect and with love. Hopefully that's coming through as that. But I've realized you also have adversity here. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, and growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So this adversity that you're going through is for your own growth, is what I'm getting. So yeah, even if it's tough right now, like, take the next step. Take the step that you can. Maybe go on a walk if you haven't gone on a walk in a long time. Like, something simple that will just help your energy and help you gain that momentum that you need. See, the energy is gaining momentum. It's the little steps that will help move things along for you. And yeah, that's all I'm getting for you, group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped you. Leave me a comment down below if it did. Share your thoughts and your observations. I would love to hear them. And if this was helpful for you, if it resonated, do give it a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. Okay, group 3, if you picked the Tesla Model S, let's go and get started with your Truth Be Told reading. What messages want to come through for you? What is the main message that you need to hear right now? What messages does group 3 need to hear? What is the main situation about that group 3 is inquiring about? So instantly I'm hearing boredom. On the bottom is the Queen of Swords. So you could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or dealing with the air sign. So you get 4 of Cups. This is how I was getting boredom. You also get the Devil. This kind of wanted to come in reversed. And then you get the Page of Cups. Alright, so instantly I'm getting unhealthy romantic behaviors, if that makes sense. Maybe stuck in the same pattern, wanting to break out of that. You could be a Capricorn or a water sign as well, or dealing with those signs. I'm feeling like you could be someone who starts things that they can't finish. Or you get really interested in something and then you lose interest really fast. And I feel like this is a pattern for you where you kind of lack gratitude for a lot of the things that you already have. Like, you don't really see exactly how blessed you are sometimes. You're always moving on to the next thing. It could have something to do with consumerism. You could be just... maybe you have like some sort of like attention problem, like a short attention span is also what I'm getting. You have the Fox here. This is making a lot of sense. You also get the Lily. And then on the bottom is the Anchor. We got the Anchor in the last group as well. Alright. So group 3, a lot of you have really like pure hearts and minds, but you also have a little bit of a trickster in you. But I don't think that you see it as a bad thing. Although people like your peers might, if that makes sense. Like something that you think is not a big deal, other people might think is a big deal, and they may feel turned off by certain behaviors of yours. And I'm feeling that you're like questioning, like, what's wrong with me? Like, what's the matter? Why am I always experiencing similar things? And look at that, you have the Devil twice. Devil wanted to come out, and you also have that in the Albano Tarot deck. So you could be a Capricorn, but this could just be a message of like, yeah, you have some sort of unhealthy attachment to something, whether it be like your own personal behaviors, attitudes, maybe like a characteristic of yours that you're working on, something that people love to point out about you, and you're really not seeing like why they think that, because it just doesn't make any sense to you, because it's not registering, if that makes sense, because you don't see anything wrong with it. Like I said, it could have something to do with like a trickster type of energy. You could be harsh with your words. Like you might not know like what you say to people are like mean and rude, and that's why it kind of pushes them away. And look at this, you have the Page of Cups twice as well. So you have the Devil and the Page of Cups 2 times. So there is some part of you that's kind of immature, and I don't mean that in a bad way. We all have like less developed parts of ourselves, but with you, like you could be like a trickster, really playful, and again, it might like turn people off or like make them feel like you're hard to kind of get along with, if that makes sense. It's interesting that you have the Page of Cups and the Devil twice. You could be a water sign or have heavy water in your chart, or heavy Capricorn in your chart. But I'm definitely feeling like it's your attitude. You're very rude, you're sharp. You're very smart, but Again, the way that you speak to others, I don't think you realize that it could be very mean, but I think you have good intentions. I don't think you intend to hurt people. I just think that you don't quite understand that you don't talk to people like that, if that makes sense. You could also be a very sexual individual is what I'm getting. This could have something to do with like a sexual intimate relationship or situation that you're inquiring about. So group 3, truth be told, for some of you at least, is that there is some behavior of yours that you've been doing maybe for a long time. I don't really know, but it just seems like it's a pattern. There's some behavior or attitude that you have that the majority of people don't like or don't consider as normal or acceptable. You have the 9 of coins on the bottom, and then you have the 2 of cups and the hanged man. Yeah, I'm not going to take reversals. I'll just like keep them in mind. With the hangman and 2 of cups, yeah, so you're really thinking about like, what is wrong with me? I feel like you're questioning yourself right now. And to be honest, usually when I say like you're questioning yourself, it's usually for like, it's usually because someone is gaslighting you or something like that. But this time it's really something that you need to look at, in my opinion, because maybe we have different views on this particular thing. I'm getting that it's how you deal with the opposite sex or the sex that you're attracted to. Again, it's about this sort of behavior and attitude towards them that, you know, majority of people deem unacceptable. And there's really this need of reflecting for you. And I feel like you are reflecting. And I feel like you want to get better or you want to improve. But yeah, it's just going to take some time is what I'm getting. You are you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Well, I just took this out because it was flipped over, but let's go with it. Let's see why that wanted to come through. You know what's interesting? It's possible that you don't actually need to change. Maybe you just need to accept the fact that a whole group of people won't like the way that you behave. And I know that's not going to be a very popular interpretation, but with the you are a badass, you're giving your power away. Maybe it's like, if this is something that you are, if it's something that you want to continue to be like, and if it's something that you don't see anything wrong with, then you don't really need to change who you are, if that makes sense. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Yeah, so you could be questioning like why someone is treating you a certain way or why they reacted a certain way. That project, that person, that idea is working. Get after that shit. The world has your back. So there's almost a sense of needing to move forward again from like behaviors that have been detrimental and like detrimental in the sense like it's holding you back. Maybe it's just time to move on from this individual, or maybe it's time again to change your mind about the situation. With the devil here twice, it could be that you're like being held back by someone that you're romantically interested in. You might not have like a very developed relationship or connection with them, but you could be really hung up on them, and it might be like causing you to lose your balance. Because with you, group 3, I'm definitely feeling like a sense of sneakiness. And it's that very sneakiness that a lot of people don't like. There's almost like it's almost like you're hiding something. You don't want someone to know how you feel about something or someone. And maybe like you're spending your energy on the wrong thing, or like something that you're doing has reached its maximum, if that makes sense. I need to turn the fan on. Love wanted to come through. Yeah, so group 3, others of you are inquiring about like romance, relationship change. 2 blues, by the way. Dealing with the throat chakra and communication. So instead of maybe like pretending like you don't care, which is what some of you are doing, maybe reach out to that person and let them know. Because you don't realize like the way that you're acting or behaving towards the situation is giving your power away, even though you don't feel like it, if that makes sense. Like if you're doing something secretly, you're still giving your power away because you feel like you can't be honest with what you are or who you are, if that makes sense. And you know what I'm getting to with that project, that person, that idea is waiting. And stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. What I'm getting is like if you reach out and try and grab what you want, you might be surprised that this thing or this person wants you back too, you know, and it's worth that step. It's kind of similar with group 2, like there's a sense of needing to have courage to take that next step, but not being sure if you're able to like do it. So personal growth. Yeah. You're going through this right now. This is exactly what you're going through. You're going through personal growth. And in order to do that, you know, you do have those 2 pages here. So it's definitely a message of you're going through personal growth in the areas of romance and of the heart and emotions and just romantic relationships. This is what you're growing in, and that will require of you to behave in a different way that you've been behaving in the past. So reaching out to this person that you have a question about or that you're thinking about, even if you're afraid of getting rejected, could be that very thing that helps you get over and helps you grow into the next level of your personal growth. Environment wants to come out on the bottom. Interesting. So maybe like your environment and who you're surrounding yourself with is affecting your chances. That's a possible interpretation, but I'm not getting that strongly with the environment. Maybe you need a change of environment because you do have the anchor here. So that could be helpful for you, and to take that in any way that you want. I mean, it could just be, you know, visiting a new place that you've never been in your area, or taking a trip. Maybe like, you know, going after taking that new job opportunity that has been offered to you. Happiness. Oh, I just noticed like this very green, light green color. This is the color of vitality. And also green is the color of envy, but it's very interesting that it's coming through as environment and happiness. So I feel like you need more of these high vibrational frequencies and energy in your life right now. So I mean, this could mean go into nature, explore nature a little bit, or just simply go to a place, visit places that make you happy, that you enjoy, that make you feel alive again, and that kind of enliven that child within, if that makes sense. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, it's interesting. Under the Nine of Pentacles is the King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or you could be an air sign. Yeah, this is definitely a period of personal growth for you. On the bottom is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of life. So I feel like that this is a message for some of you that is really going to be potent. and I feel that you will know exactly who you need to forgive and to kind of soften your attitude and your thinking towards. Let's get a final message from the Moonology Oracle. Let's see, messages for group 3 who picked the Tesla card. One final message for group 3 who picked the Tesla card. Alright, so you get a fiery climax approaches, and the 10, oh sorry, not the 10, but it says the end of a tough cycle approaches. We got this in every single reading so far. So there is a sense of like moving over that hump, right? But again, I feel like it's gonna take action. It is going to take some action from you. Oh, and I just realized you have synchronicity, so definitely pay attention to those signs that you feel like are jumping out at you and trying to get your attention. Those are definitely for you to heed. Anything else? Okay, I kind of want to get a message or two from these tea leaf oracle cards, which by the way will all be linked down below. The fox and the lilies. Alright. So October. So with a fiery climax approaches and the end of a tough cycle approaches, you might, you know, come to that climax in October. So one more month, or actually, yeah, I guess one more month, yeah. So quite soon. And then you also have Spear, heartache for what you no longer have. Yeah, so perhaps an awakening happened in October, both positive and negative for you, but I feel like it's going to be positive in the long run, that it's going to help you realize a lot of things in your life and kind of put things into perspective, and definitely help you grow with the 7 of prosperity, growth, and the 9 of coins here. It's all for your growth. It's all for your greater good. And I feel like for group 3, a lesson needs to be learned. That is the truth. A lesson needs to be learned. And yeah, I mean, I know it's like, oh, it's not like a super unicorn and butterfly rainbow type of message, but I feel like this is definitely for your greater good, and I'm serious about that. I'm being honest. With the 2 devils here, there's just something that needs to be improved in your life, in your energy, maybe in your environment even. You know, we do see that with environment and happiness. And I feel that you will be very pleased, that you will look back onto your life in this period or whatever issue that you're going through and think fondly of it, and definitely get a sense of like, oh, okay, it makes sense now. It definitely was for my greater good. A lot of personal growth for you, group 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated with you, and I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hi group 4, for those of you who picked this brain figurine, let's go and get started with your truth be told reading. Alright, so what messages want to come through for group 4? What are the main messages regarding the situation on their mind? Truth be told for group 4, what does it pertain to? Alright, so you get the Justice, which is a Libra card, and then you get the King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So you could be an air sign or dealing with an air sign. And on the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. For group 4 who picked the brain. Huh. Oh, look at that. 3 of Swords. you could be dealing, or you probably are dealing with a disappointing situation. It could be in like a family member or a friend, a business partner, or just in your personal life. Definitely though, justice is being served somehow. Alright, so this is crazy. I feel like some of you are watching all 4 of them because you get the King of Cups again. I think we got this 3 out of 4 times. So you could be dealing with an air sign and a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You could be one of each. You also have the 10 of Cups though, so that's a good sign. And then you have the 8 of Cups. So maybe like you were sitting pretty on your like throne. You know, you had a lot of good moments, powerful moments, and then something kind of threw you off balance. With the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Cups there. Maybe somebody walked away. Alright, so on the bottom, yeah, you get the Mountain. So you're definitely going through a period in your life where maybe you're receiving justice. Maybe what you're going through right now is karma. And I know that's kind of scary, but don't let it scare you. It's just sometimes, you know, we have to go through the downs in order to get to higher ground. So you have the Clover. It's a good sign. And then you have the Bear, the Heart, and the Ring. Okay. So regardless of maybe like what you're going through, because a lot of you are going through a tough situation right now. If you're working on a business too, I'm definitely getting good signs of that. Like if this troubling period for you is because of a business, I do feel like there's definitely something there. Something worth standing by. Something worth putting your faith and trust in. Something worth believing in, if that makes sense. I feel like maybe you're questioning a lot of what you're going through, or like a lot of your decisions, or maybe your ability to make decisions. But I feel that it's one of those instances where, you know, like every single successful story that you'll ever hear on the news or in books or whatever had their fair share of failures and losses. 2 of Wands here, yeah. Interesting. I feel like that's for some of you, like you're experiencing some sort of uncertainty or doubt in a situation, in maybe something to do with finances, career, a business. You might be entrepreneurs, but it's temporary. With the Heart and the Ring there, it's temporary. Now for others of you, you're definitely learning a lesson right now, and I feel like you'll start to realize how important someone or something is, and it'll like make you commit to this person or to this thing, if that makes sense. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Yeah, exactly. So with the Ring and the Heart here, some of you might be realizing that you lost your chances with a person, perhaps a woman or a man that you have been really like taking for granted, if that makes sense. And I feel that you're feeling that. You're feeling that you have taken somebody for granted and you lost, or you lost out on them. Because right now I'm feeling a really like deep depression kind of energy, just really deep sadness and heartbreak with the 3 of Swords here as well. On the bottom is surrender. I can release my need for control. So I'm also getting that the clover might be a significant symbol for you. You might be seeing a lot of clovers recently. For some reason, I just wanted to like tell you that. I was getting that message quite loudly. So yeah, group 4. Some of you, at least half of you is what I'm getting. You're experiencing justice right now. The energy is gaining momentum. But like justice on you, if that makes sense. Meditate and contemplate. And that's interesting because underneath the Wheel of Fortune is a Hermit card. So there is definitely a need to self-reflect. Alright, so confidence is your key to success. I'm getting this has something to do with your business. A win-win outcome is forecast, so that's a good sign. And you're very close to achieving your goal. So yeah, if you're like kind of getting tired, you feel like you're losing momentum and faith and hope in the situation, things are going to look up. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, you might be on the bottom right now. You might be in the down, in the lower parts of the wheel. But this wheel is always constantly moving. And so you'll reach the top of that wheel too. And you'll sustain that for as long as you're able to like reflect on your situation and who you are and the ways in which you can grow, if that makes sense. I'm also feeling with the rider underneath the mountain is you might be getting a positive message or some news that'll really help you out too, is what I'm getting. Yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. So have you guys ever seen that? I think it's a meme or like a piece of, it was like a meme or a drawing. But like it's this picture of a man who is digging for gold. And then like he gives up right when he's about to like hit the jackpot. And then the other guy keeps digging and he doesn't give up. And then he reaches like the pot of gold. So I feel like you're about to hit something big, but you're just giving up. So the message is to not give up, if that makes sense. Ooh, a new romantic cycle begins. So if it's a heartbreak that you're dealing with, don't lose faith. It's possible that new love will come in. You could be meeting the one for you, even if the past person didn't work out. Yeah. Or for some of you with the regret card here, you know, again, trust your intuition and see which one is for you. Some of you definitely need to walk away with the 8 of Cups. Like it's over and you know it and they know it and you've missed out. You've lost your chances. They've moved on. They found someone new. Or they're just sick of your bullshit. But for others of you, you can still like kind of fix things, if that makes sense. Like it's not actually over. There is a means to mend what was broken and what was lost. And look at that exactly, because you have forgiveness on the bottom after surrender. So forgiveness is definitely possible. But again, take the message that resonates, because that could be a message of you needing to forgive yourself, right? For maybe the hurt that you caused this individual that you clearly care about. It's like maybe for some of you who picked group 4, like you really had high hopes for this situation and it just didn't work out. And I think you're bummed about that. Maybe now you're seeing the many ways in which you could have done better or been a better partner with the regret there. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. Yeah, so you might be really caught up in like the troughs of your situation and the downsides of it all, that you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. But it's there, you know. The Wheel of Fortune shows that. whatever it is that you're going through, you're moving out of. The energy is gaining momentum. Confidence is your key to success. A win-win outcome is forecast. You're very close to achieving your goal, and a new romantic cycle begins. I'm really feeling like with the new romantic cycle begins, and regret here, it's definitely giving me a strong sense of forgiving yourself for the past hurts that you may have caused, or forgiving others for the past hurt that they have caused, and like trusting your heart's guidance. Like if your heart still wants this thing, then it's not over, if that makes sense. Now for others of you, your heart and your brain is telling you it didn't work out, it's time for you to let go. The damage is done and it's not repairable. I am feeling like there's two different groups here. Step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. So for those of you who picked group 4, you could be very, how do I say this, type A. You could be a type A type of person where like you're just like, I need to be on top of my game all the time. And the moment that like shit goes down, you really lose balance, or like you're really thrown off, because you could be a perfectionist is what I'm getting. But it's almost like you need to relax a little bit and take a chill pill and like ground, you know, because you tend to be really neurotic in certain things, if that makes sense. Alright, so you get make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. So this is a message of self-accountability, obviously. But I'm getting a sense that that has something to do with your regret regarding a past relationship, possibly. Like, I'm feeling like, for some of you, I just heard you lost your wifey. If that makes sense. Like, I think that you were considering marrying this person, and like you hurt her or something. I'm feeling like a very masculine energy. But like you hurt her, or like you messed up and she's moved on, if that makes sense. And it's really like bugging you. But at the same time, the message of surrender, I can release my need for control. And forgiveness right underneath that, it's almost like, okay, I need to humble myself. And this is what I'm getting with you. Like I need to humble myself and accept where I went wrong. And be vulnerable with what I'm feeling regarding everything, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up. You are missing some cool shit. So what I'm getting with this is straight up neglect. Some of you neglected this relationship, this situation, maybe yourself. Because like I said, I am getting a sense of type A type of personality, just on it. You're just on it. Like you're always working out, you know? You're probably very fit for some of you. Or like you really care about your health. You could be like a health nut or something, but that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying like you care about the details, but you're like missing out on a whole lot of things. Maybe you're like a workaholic and for some of you, you're parents, and maybe like you don't spend a lot of time with your children, and it really like got in between your marriage or your relationship, if that makes sense, because you're always so focused on other things that you neglected this other part of your life, which is now kind of haunting you, if that makes sense. Personal growth, we got this in the last group. And then you also have self-discipline. So yeah, like what you're going through right now is for your personal growth, and that's why you're needing to accept a lot of your own faults. And I get that. It's so hard to like come to realize that we've been in the wrong, you know, but it's so important at the same time to accept like, okay, well, we've effed up. And this is how we fix it. We need to like be humble and vulnerable sometimes. And I feel like that's where you're at. So yeah, group 4, it's almost like you realized that you actually want something or someone and you want this thing to work out, but you're afraid of letting them know that you care, that you realize something, that you made a mistake. It's because of your pride, or it's because of fear of rejection or something like this. And it's making you like think, okay, even though I want this thing, I might as well walk away. But like you don't really, like, it's almost like when you do that, when you walk away from what you want, it's like you're quitting. Like you're almost at the jackpot. You're almost about to hit the gold in that picture that I told you about. But because of like what you're afraid of, you want to walk away and potentially like lose out on that, if that makes sense. So I feel like that was a really strong message for some of you. I mean, as always, it's always up to you what to do. You know, maybe you walk away and then you find someone that works just as well. But I feel like you're always going to have that regret. And you're always going to be thinking about this thing that you've always wanted to do, but you gave up on. It's going to haunt you is what I'm getting. And I don't mean to scare anybody, but that's just honestly the message that I'm getting. Is like, now is a time for you to step up and to stand up for yourself and your truth. Regardless of what you do, say that you're rejected, a win-win outcome is forecast, because now you won't even have to regret it. At least you've tried, you know? At least you didn't give up. At least you stood by your truth. And at least, you know, you won't be at the end of your life thinking, what if, right? And I know that's really hard. I get it. Alright, so chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Trouble and accusations. Yeah, so others of you are dealing with like a divorce. Or maybe the chair empty is someone that did leave your life. And again, this is what this is about. Is like a relationship has ended. Someone walked out because they're just sick of your BS. That's what I'm getting. I feel like you're at fault, group 4. But that might not be for everybody. I'm just feeling like maybe for others of you, it's time for you to walk away and to assert yourself when you obviously aren't feeling like you're being respected, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we have, you will receive a gift. I love that. That's the box. You will receive a gift. And the wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Yeah, look at that. You have the wheel of fortune and the wheel. So it's time for you to kind of assert yourself regarding what you want and surrender to the outcome. But, you know, it would really suck if you've decided to give up on what it is that you do want and what it is that you believe in. Like you had this realization, is what I'm getting, but you're afraid of accepting the truth about that realization. And that is, you're reading group 4. Hopefully that resonated with you. Hopefully it helped you out. If it resonated, give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below what the hell this means for you, or what the heck it means for you, because I'm definitely curious. Yeah, a lot of indecisive energy for you, group 4, but I feel like you have the power and the wisdom now to change that, and to do and to be different in this regard. So with a box here too, as a final message, you might feel alone sometimes, but I feel that you will receive some sort of support, whether it be a message, maybe it's in this reading somehow, or maybe it's something that you stumble upon randomly. I feel that you will feel comforted by something soon coming your way. So yeah, that is your reading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and share down below what you thought. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.